Akuro is the primary antagonist that looms over the events of the Ōkami video game series. He is a malevolent spirit of pure darkness who seeks to find a powerful vessel that can contain his immense dark power and allow him to cover the entire world in eternal darkness. Akuro's origins can be traced back to a time long before the events of the games. At some point in the distant past, Akuro crossed paths with the powerful demon Yami, who had ambitions of his own to conquer the world. Seeing an opportunity, Akuro joined forces with Yami, combining their dark powers together in order to achieve their shared goal of plunging the world into eternal darkness. With Yami as his partner, Akuro set his sights on the celestial plane, the realm of the gods. Using their combined power, Akuro and Yami amassed an army of demons, including the fearsome eight-headed serpent Orochi, and launched an assault on the celestial plane. This led to a catastrophic conflict that saw the near extinction of the Celestials, with only a single survivor named Waka managing to escape. Waka, a member of the Moon Tribe, fled the celestial plane aboard the Ark of Yamato, the spacecraft that Akuro and Yami had used to transport their demonic forces. Pursued by Orochi, Waka guided the Ark of Yamato down to the frozen waters of Lauchi Lake, where Akuro and Yami remained dormant for centuries, their dark power sealed away. Hundreds of years later, the Ark of Yamato finally emerged from the ice, and Waka, now acting as a prophet, summoned the goddess Amaterasu to the land of Nippon in order to confront the evil that lay within. Amaterasu, the sun goddess, boarded the Ark of Yamato alongside Waka, unaware of Akuro's existence and believing that she would only have to face Yami. The battle that ensued was long and arduous, but ultimately Amaterasu was able to triumph over the great demon Yami, destroying him once and for all. However, what Amaterasu and Waka did not realize was that Akuro's dark spirit had been contained within Yami, and the destruction of the demon lord released Akuro, splitting his essence into several fragments that scattered across the land of Nippon. With Amaterasu's departure from the mortal realm, Akuro's disembodied fragments began to latch onto various demons and monsters across Nippon, using them as vessels to re-emerge and wreak havoc once again. The wood spirit Sakuya, sensing the resurgence of this ancient evil, attempted to summon Amaterasu back to the mortal realm to deal with the threat, but instead, Chibiterasu, the child of the sun goddess, was summoned in her place. Chibiterasu, a young wolf pup imbued with the power of the sun, embarked on a quest to defeat the various enemies that were attacking Nippon, unaware of the true nature of the darkness that he was facing. It was not until after the defeat of the powerful demon King Fury that Akuro finally revealed himself to Chibiterasu, emerging from the ruins of the Daidarabachi and declaring his intent to destroy Nippon. Akuro taunted Chibiterasu, explaining that he planned to travel back in time to the moment of Orochi's original defeat in order to bathe in the serpent's blood, which would restore his full power. Chibiterasu, accompanied by his partner Kuro, traveled back in time to prevent this, but Akuro was persistent, and managed to travel even further into the past, to the time when Orochi was first defeated by the legendary hero a century prior. Akuro succeeded in his goal, bathing in the blood of the true Orochi and fully restoring his dark power. He then attempted to kill Chibiterasu and Kuro, but they were saved by the intervention of the Amaterasu of the past, who sacrificed herself to allow the two to escape. Akuro then fled into the Dark Realm, a realm of pure darkness, with the intent of destroying Nippon from there. Chibiterasu, accompanied by another partner named Ishiku, traveled to the Dark Realm to confront Akuro. There, they discovered that Kuro had seemingly betrayed them and joined forces with the demonic entity. Akuro had also kidnapped another of Chibiterasu's allies, a young boy named Kuni, and proclaimed his intent to use the child as a new vessel for his dark power now that his original plan to use Orochi's blood had succeeded. To destroy Chibiterasu, Akuro summoned the various powerful enemies that the young wolf had faced on his journey, including Master Anura, Bullhead, Renjishi, and King Fury. However, Ishiku countered this by summoning Manpuku, Nanami, and Kagu, the three remaining partners of Chibiterasu, to aid in the battle. After a long and arduous fight, Chibiterasu emerged victorious over his past foes. Akuro, angered by his inability to defeat the young wolf, then proceeded to kidnap Chibiterasu's partners and attack him directly. But even in this final confrontation, Chibiterasu and Ishiku were able to triumph over the demonic entity. Seemingly undeterred, Akuro then transformed himself into a dark, twisted version of Chibiterasu, known as Dark Chibiterasu, with the brainwashed Kuni as his partner. However, even in this form, Akuro was unable to defeat Chibiterasu and Ishiku, who freed Kuni from the demon's control. With his plans to use Kuni as a vessel foiled, Akuro then turned to Kuro, who offered himself as a new host for the dark spirit. Akuro eagerly accepted, believing that any vessel was better than none. But upon entering Kuro's body, the demon found that he was unable to control the boy, for Kuro was revealed to be a living doll created by Waka specifically to trap Akuro during the final battle. Realizing that he had been outmaneuvered, a saddened Chibiterasu and Kuni then proceeded to slay Kuro, killing the boy and finally destroying Akuro for good. The demonic entity's reign of terror had come to an end, and the land of Nippon was finally free from the darkness that had threatened to consume it. Akuro's origins and his role in the events of the Ōkami series paint him as a truly formidable and malevolent antagonist. As a spirit of pure darkness, Akuro's sole purpose is to find a powerful vessel that can contain his immense dark power and allow him to cover the entire world in eternal night. His partnership with the demon Yami and the serpent Orochi, and his role in the near extinction of the Celestials, demonstrate the sheer scale of his ambition and the devastation he is willing to unleash in pursuit of his goals. Even after Yami's defeat at the hands of Amaterasu, Akuro's resilience and persistence is on full display as he manages to split his essence into fragments and latch onto various demons and monsters across Nippon, continuing his quest to regain his full power. His taunting of Chibiterasu and his attempts to use Kuni and Kuro as vessels further highlight his sadistic and manipulative nature, as he gleefully revels in the suffering he inflicts upon the young sun wolf. Akuro's transformation into the twisted dark Chibiterasu form also showcases his ability to adapt and evolve in the face of adversity, as he attempts to directly confront and destroy Chibiterasu. The fact that even in this powerful form, he is ultimately unable to defeat the young wolf, speaks to the strength and determination of Chibiterasu and his allies. The revelation that Kuro was in fact a living doll created by Waka specifically to trap Akuro during the final battle is a clever and satisfying twist, as it demonstrates the foresight and planning of the Celestial Tribe in their efforts to thwart the demonic entity's ambitions. Akuro's final, desperate attempt to use Kuro as a vessel, only to find himself unable to control the boy, is a fitting end to the demon's reign of terror, as he is ultimately outmaneuvered and destroyed by the very people he sought to subjugate. Overall, Akuro stands as a truly formidable and malevolent antagonist within the Ōkami universe. His origins, his partnerships with other powerful villains, and his relentless pursuit of power and dominance over the world make him a compelling and dangerous threat that Chibiterasu and his allies must overcome. The fact that he is ultimately defeated, not through brute force alone, but through the careful planning and maneuvering of Waka and the Celestial Tribe, adds an extra layer of depth and satisfaction to his downfall. Akuro's character and role in the Ōkami series serve as a poignant reminder of the enduring battle between light and darkness, and the importance of perseverance, determination, and the power of community in the face of overwhelming evil. His defeat at the hands of Chibiterasu and his allies is a triumph of good over the forces of pure, unadulterated darkness, and a testament to the resilience and strength of the Ōkami universe's heroes.